Hi everybody, Saturday harness racing at Invercargill, which has become the home of harness racing on Saturdays in the country. The Big Fish joins me. Good to see a really good horse back today, Craig, an Ultimate Stride. We haven't seen him since he won the Breeders' Crown last year. But what info do you have for us from North Otago about how he's going, heading into the feature trot race 9 on Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Morning to you. Looking forward to Invercargill's program today. It's a really good, strong card, isn't it? And of course, headed up by a Group 1 winner, and he's drawn out wide in a race that people look at the field and think, well, he'll just win. He's won 6 from 10, but gee, it's a little bit of depth to this field, Michael. Chinese Whisper, I know we talked about him 6 months ago as a horse that we thought would work his way to open class. He hasn't done that yet, but Nathan's had him back at the trials, and he's had 2 workouts where Ultimate Stride just had the 1 trial on his home track back on the 10th of June. So I don't think he's screwed down yet, but class will take him a long way. I found this a very interesting race, Michael. It's the Group 1 performer against the up-and-comer in the trot.
Yeah, all mobiles there. There's 10 races. They kick off at 12:35 on Saturday. And the other class act of the day, Craig, on recent form anyway, and talking about Group 1 horses, Pearl Harbor, under different circumstances, could have been racing in Group 1s this time of the year at the Jewels. Again, tricky barrier draw. So another horse who you look at the form and you think, well, this will be winning, might not be quite that easy.
Surprise paid $3 last week, Michael. I mean, yeah, a credible price for a mare that, you know, as you said, she could be at the Jewels, but this week it does set up a little bit differently. She's not going to go forward from that barrier draw, and she takes on a couple of smart ones here. Darchie's been great form, just grabbed late by Pearl Harbor last week, and probably there's not much between them this week. And then Maury Long comes, a nice mare that went very quick time last week for Kirsten Barclay. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that race. I don't think I'll be backing Pearl Harbor this week. I think she'll be very short, and she may be vulnerable going 3 weeks in a row, but a nice race to watch going forward.
I know you like a couple of races early doors, Craig, which is great for some of our viewers who want to get involved early before they start betting on the Gallops or the Gallops in Australia. What caught your eye early on Saturday at Invercargill?
Yeah, the 2 maiden races interest me, Michael. I thought race 4, there's a nice debut in here that Tony Stratford trains called Braveview Kelly. Actually won a qualifying heat before the first at Invercargill last week. And won that heat by 11 lengths. Only a 2-year-old, by Better's Delight. Blair Orange takes the drive. Just looks to me a nice natural-looking 2-year-old. And a nice each-way bet in a field that's got a bit of form. Draws a second race, that may just add a bit of value to your price. But race 2-11, Braveview Kelly on an each-way basis. And a maiden that shouldn't be a maiden is Racing Minister in race number 2. He was savage last week. Gee, it was a good run to run second. He's in the right race. Not a lot of depth to that field, Michael, and I thought he might break through his maiden win this week with John Morrison aboard. So just the 2 maidens early on, Racing Minister in race 2, Braveview Kelly in race number 4.
So, Craig, on a Saturday morning, for those who love a punt, and God bless them if they do, what's the way to get hold of all your information for the harness racing weekend? What's the website address?
Yeah, walesharness.co.nz, Michael. Click on that and have a bit of a read and take it through the different options on the site.
Good luck to everybody on the punt from Big Fish and Little Fish.